also now joined on the phone line by Rahul Mirna, a sports attorney. Well, Rahul, what do you make of this? Suresh Kalmadi, the organizing committee's chairperson, the then chairperson, his name missing from the CBI charge sheet in the Queen's Baton relay.
It's very much on expected lines. If it would have been anything else, then it would have been quite surprising, the way CBI functions and, in fact, is allowed to function, which is why it's important to have fair investigating agencies. And unfortunately, CBI happens to be the premier investigating agency, which is completely, not at all independent and fair in its investigations when it comes to the people in high up, powerful corridors. They know everything, they can unearth everything, but they intentionally, if you remember, I'll take you back to 2010. For almost 9 months, Mr. Kalmadi and all the people involved with CWG were given a complete free hand to, they were given the time, and time is critical when investigations are going on. Documents can be taken care of, evidence can be wiped off. And all of that was allowed, despite the entire nation crying hoarse that, these people should be taken care of by the investigating agencies. The PMO did nothing, the ministers involved did nothing. So there was all this is pretty much on expected lines. And in fact, I have my serious doubts, even if CBI files charge sheet, what kind of investigation they might have done, what kind of proof they would be having, what kind of evidence would be there up for trial. And surely, if the investigating agencies fail in their duty, one can't expect the courts, and courts again is a different ballgame with the kind of lethargy that has crept into the entire judicial system. It's a given that most of these people will go scot-free at the end of the trial because the investigations are so lopsided. So, all in all, it's a disaster, and it's a huge. It's actually reached a proportion and a stage where the ordinary citizen feels cheated. With the 2G scams, now you have the Colgate. In the 2G also we saw the Supreme Court had to intervene. The PMO did nothing. They protected Raja for almost a year. And now the Colgate. The Prime Minister directly is being talked about as being involved in it. So what do you expect from people? There's a saying, Jatha Raja Tatha Praja, and that's what is happening in India. Whosoever can use India is looting India.
It is possibly under political pressure that the CBI has done such a shoddy job of this investigation.
You tell me what else could it be? I'm an ordinary citizen. I'm not privy to what's been happening in the powerful corridors of Indian government. But I want to understand, the entire Indian media for almost a year was disclosing facts, getting out with evidence, and urging the investigating agencies to come and take those documents from the studios. Nothing happened. They catch hold of a government servant who would have taken a 1,000 rupee bribe, and they would prosecute and execute him. But here are people who are looting the entire exchequer of a country, entire 1 billion plus population country where, food, poverty, education, health is in doldrums. But, there is a complete loot which is going on, and not a single head turns, nobody is accountable, there is no transparency, laughable statements like zero loss policy is being talked about. People are saying that, national treasures and national assets can be just, need not be auctioned, they can be given just on a policy which is based on the government. Whims and fancies of the government have taken over, and the national interest is nowhere in the scene. So what does an ordinary citizen expect from such a government and such investigating agencies? Where is justice, out here?